Are you looking to learn more about Zoho Sign? Well, if that's the case, these tutorials are for you because we're going to tell you all about it, how it works, and how you can connect it to the other Zoho applications to make the most use out of it. So let's log in. All right, so now that we're logged in, let's go ahead and check out our general settings to set up your system properly. So over here we have our profile, and this is where we can add in our signature and initials. So for example, my signature, I'm going to put in Casey Luft, and initial, I'm going to put in KL. So I can choose which one I like out of these options. Let's just say something like that. And then we can also update a stamp if we so chose. I don't have a stamp, but if you do, this would be a place to upload it, and you could use that on your documents as well. Now, in order to edit the first name and last name, I have to go to the accounts page. So I could just click on that, and I could go ahead and change the name there. So this is uneditable in this application itself, but you can edit it in your Zoho One side of things. So I can add in the company over here, the job title, the date format, and the time zone if I wanted to. The time zone is actually edited by the accounts page on the Zoho One platform, but this does allow me to update that if I so chose. So the profile has been updated successfully. Now let's go ahead and check out integrations. Now it doesn't look like there's much here, so we're just going to leave this for now. So it does allow us to manage the digital signature providers though, if we do have some connected, and we can talk about this in more detail in the future. As we further develop this application, more things may or may not show up. I haven't actually used this before, so we'll see what happens with it as we get further along. Now we also have the notification settings over here, which does allow us to set different notifications depending on what happens. So we can get a notification if someone has viewed a document, if someone has signed, approved, declined, recalled, forwarded, or access failed. So those are all triggers that allow us to determine whether or not we get a notification. We can also do the same thing for received documents, and we can do things as an admin. So whether a user is added, the user is invited, the user is updated, the user is deleted. On the admin notification side, we can keep track of all that information. Also, we can just turn off all notifications if we just do that. Therefore, it's a blanket yes, no for our current settings that we have. So we're gonna leave those on for now, but that is how you go about updating them. We can also check out our contacts. Right now, we don't have contacts available, but we can add in one over here. So we can add in, let's say, Casey Luft, Casey@clientric.co, and I'm gonna leave the phone number blank. And we're just going to hit that. So this is what a contact in Zoho Sign looks like. So you can add them in here, but you can also add them in as you go to create signatures over here. If you put in the email, if you connect it with Zoho CRM, you can pull in those individuals through those systems as well. And lastly, we have the trash for the general settings. Now, this is just items or signatures or documents that have been trashed previously, just so you know that they are in the trash, and this is where you can go view them. And the last thing I want to show you for this tutorial was the organizational details. So this is where you can go in and create your organization name, the street, the address, where it's located, the email of the individual user you want to email or you want to email from, or you can add in organizational emails again. Now, as we've gone through before with Zoho Bookings and a few other tools, you can go in and add in your user over here. So I'm just going to type in Casey@clientric.co, and we're going to be able to send emails using this. Now, it says this email already exists in the organization, so I'm not going to be able to choose that one, but you can add in different emails if you want to, say, use a Gmail address or some other email address from your users. Maybe it's a notifications@yourcompanyname.com or whatever it is. You can add in various emails to send information from or to send emails from, which can be helpful depending on who you're actually sending these emails to. So we're gonna close that for now. That's it for this tutorial. Make sure you subscribe to our channel below, like our videos, comment on our videos. We wanna make sure this content is getting out to everyone who needs it, and you doing these things actually really helps us reach more people. So please make sure that you do that. And lastly, make sure that you follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. We're building an awesome community, and we can't wait to have you there. Bye for now.